Talk to me nice, I get sensitive. Choice of your words to convey. Your intentions might mean the best, but it's in your approach and delivery. I get so through by my triggers, probably from niggas who thought that they own me. Really consider that I do, you do, we do good on our own. Back on my throne, like yeah. Accept me at my worst, like you do my best. Better than I was last year. I've been facing tests, separate from the rest. Hope you're facing all your fears. I've been going so damn hard. It's been taking all this time. Giving up ain't in my blood. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. All in the signs. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. I'm so nice, everybody's type. Eyes on the clock of my demise. Don't you fall into the quicksand. It's better on the cement. Telling no story, no power in your past. Even if you're 30, gotta make it last. I do, you do, we do good on our own. Back on my throne, like yeah. Accept me at my worst, like you do my best. Better than I was last year. I've been facing tests, separate from the rest. Hope you're facing all your fears. I've been going so damn hard. It's been taking all this time. Giving up ain't in my blood. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. All in the signs. It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs. All coming It's all in the signs. It's all in the signs.
Greetings and salutations, honor and respect, honor and respect, honor and respect. This March 26, 2025, you are now sitting again live with the Divine Prince and the beloved Queen Mother, Sister Tony. We are
Peace
always
and blessings.
live. Peace and blessings, beloved. Glad you're here with us and you feel a little better.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I'm here.
Yes, indeed, and I appreciate you. We are always available in archive at your leisure and convenience, and certainly at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on a social media platform or a YouTube channel near you. I am the Pan-African spiritualist, practitioner, author, and advisor, Voodoo Chief, Divine Prince Tai Emeka, Elagun, Oloye, Hoodoo, Obeya, Bokor. And during this carnival season, I am also Black Hawk Voodoo Chief, broadcasting live with you now from this beautiful, historic, legendary, and most enchanted city in America, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Well,
Pan-African Hoodoo World Spiritualist Perspective. Understanding that all is truly and indeed a blessing if you can just see beyond the veils, for it is all just an illusion and a test in one of the greatest divine mysteries of this life cycle. We are indeed powered by, promoted by, brought to you by, sponsored by NONVD, New Orleans National Voodoo Day. New Orleans National Voodoo Day is a groundbreaking cultural event dedicated to celebrating the rich traditions, history, and spiritual practices of voodoo. Held annually, This unique gathering honors the heritage of a living faith and sustains over 60 million people worldwide while highlighting its profound influence on the vibrant culture of New Orleans. The event features a dynamic lineup, including a sacred procession from the river, educational symposiums, a art exhibit, and Afroecology show at Xavier University, global guest speakers from Haiti, um, Benin, Ouida Benin, and throughout the Pan African diaspora, commemorative markers and community rituals of remembrance and healing. Beyond its cultural significance, New Orleans National Voodoo Day brings tangible benefits to the local and global economy, attracting visitors from across the globe. In Ouida, Benin, on January 10th annually for the Voodoo Day in Ouida, they bring in approximately 2 million people a year. So for sponsors, this event builds bridges of understanding. Your support ensures the continued success of this vital tradition, creating a legacy of education, celebration, and unity for generations to come. New Orleans National Voodoo Day is a cultural celebration honoring the rich traditions, history, and spiritual practices of voodoo while highlighting its profound influence on the very vibrant culture of New Orleans and ultimately America. Through sacred processions, art exhibits, educational symposiums, community rituals, this event fosters unity, celebrates diversity, and provides sponsors with the opportunity to support a cause that builds cultural understanding and creates lasting economic and social impact. You can visit us and gain more information about sponsoring, joining, participating, donating by way of our website at www.voodouday.org. That is voodooday.org. And we're certainly grateful for your participation and your support. Greetings, Maceo, Asé O, and Aibobo. We certainly appreciate you. Divine blessings to you as well. Honor and respect to the goddess. Ashley Anthony, greetings and salutations. Peace and blessings to you coming on in. And the Alchemist, peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much for your continued listenership, participation, and support. And we certainly invite your questions, comments, and requests by way of the chat. Certainly, whether you be in Facebook or you be in YouTube, you can type your questions in all capital letters so that I can distinguish it from the other conversation that we have in the chat. And I'll be glad to address your questions, comments, and requests. You certainly are invited to jot down the URL that is streaming now at the bottom of your screen. I'm going to pop it into the chat box momentarily as soon as I get a free hand. If you certainly wish to power up your webcam and your microphone, such as Maceo and Sister Tony and myself have done, and you are certainly welcome to co-host with us. We invite all of our participate, whether you be in Africa, Haiti, Central South America, North America, whether you practice Hoodoo, conjure, obia, Maria Leonza, Shango, Seven African Powers, Isheshe, Nago, Voodoo with four O's, or Voodoo with the U, or any combination of the two. We certainly invite you to this space to share, to teach, to learn, to question, and sometimes critique. We are not adverse to being critiqued. We are not like other globally dominating religious organizations. And so this is indeed a safe space to ask your questions, to bring your offerings to this shared sacred space. Greetings, Quentin 601. Peace and blessings to you and yours. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. And we do meet here at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Mountain, and 7 p.m. Pacific. And we invite you to be a part of this powerful conversation. Tony, I'm glad to hear you are doing better. I hope you got some good old grandma remedies to help you address your affliction.
Oh yes, I'm working on it. I feel much better, but like I said, I'm not 100% yet. It take a couple of days um for stuff to work at times.
Yeah.
And it's not like a quick fix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything have to take time to work. But I was checking out the planetary alignment and wanted to get your feelings on the planetary alignment that's happening on February the 28th, which is the same day as supposed to be the big protest of us not shopping at the Walmart and such stores.
Mm.
On the 28th, we have the a rare celestial event known as the Planetary Parade, just in time for Mardi Gras, huh?
Yes, indeed.
And it has all seven of the planets visible from Earth. You have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, um, Uranus, and Neptune. And this phenomena offers a unique opportunity for sky watchers. And it won't happen again until 2040. So all my sky gazers, I'm quite sure y'all will be paying attention to that. And as with anything that happens in the heavens, we here on Earth are affected by it. And I'm just wondering what effect it will have on us on that day. You have any insight? Anybody listening out there?
That's interesting. You talked about stars because when I was living in the West Coast for a little bit, there's no light pollution out there, so there was like I was seeing meteor showers almost every day over there. And here on the East Coast or in Ohio, we rarely see meteor showers, and we got all these big skyscraper buildings, so we can't really see too many stars. But the main ones, Big Dipper, Little Dipper, and maybe your zodiac constellation, if you're really looking for it, might be one or two twinkling, blinking stars, but on the East Coast, we can't really see that many stars at all. It's a dark sky for the most part. So much light pollution.
Yeah, that's like that here in New Orleans also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
The
think,
light pollution.
astrology has always played a, influential role in culture, religion, politics, government, civilization, particularly as we.
Oh, Prince, you going out your Wi-Fi. But yes, astrology has
Can you hear
played.
me?
Now you're starting to come back in.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Now we hear you.
it's historically played, a critical role in religion, spirituality, tradition, culture, certainly government and politics have been greatly influenced historically by astrology. Even the magical book, says that, to pay attention to the signs, and those who have an ear to hear, let them hear, and those who have an eye to see, let them see. And so I think that, this particular planetary parade certainly marks a unique, profound time in the universe, and certainly in human inhabitants of this planet. And there's a portal, that we've been talking about really for some months now, that is open and that it's continuing to open. And I think this is just one more confirmation of that. Nothing is the same. We've been saying that since, COVID. We're not, there's nothing to go back to. We certainly have passed through a cosmic gateway of time and history and energy. So there certainly will be an effect on humankind, on civilization, and certainly right here on the ground. It may affect Carnival. It may affect Mardi Gras.
I'm back, Prince. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm back, Prince. I booted myself on accident, but I'm back.
All is a blessing. We certainly appreciate you. It may certainly even affect, the crowds. I'm expecting more crowds for Carnival in spite of the events of January. But there's certainly going to be some weird happenings at the governmental level, in politics, certainly within our states. What's this new organization? Is it DOS, DOSE? I just read an article not even 5 minutes before coming on that, they're trying to operate and start up their own version of that here in Louisiana. So there's a lot going on. Some of it is deliberate distraction so that we aren't paying attention to all of the shenanigans that are taking place at the top. But at a cosmic, astrological, universal level, we are going through a change in energy, a shift in how we do things. A revolution will not look the same. Protests will not look the same. So this Friday boycott may be bigger than any boycott we've ever done in the past. We already have proof that it works, that it's effective. Target is hurting. Target's TikTok page has been turned into, the ongoing joke, if you will, if you haven't already visited and had an opportunity to see the shenanigans there. So I do think it's a big deal, Sister Tony, and we want to welcome the beloved Chris Styles today, celebrity in-house hip-hop artist is in the house, and Sister Tony's daughter. Thank you for coming in. My good cousin, Hafaz Harris, thank you for coming in. We certainly would appreciate you all's comments about this planetary parade and the events of the last, 90 days or more, and how you feel that may be affecting and will continue to affect culture and society. If you can, power up your cam and your mic, but if not, you can type your responses in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you there. We certainly invite active participation from anyone.
To me, it's truly turning into a battle of good versus evil. And those that are for the good, we got to get to working. Because when you speaking on Doge, DOGE, the little muskrats, and what they have been, their shenanigans, what they have been up to, I was reading, they're clearly attacking what we call, quote unquote, people of color. Anybody that's not their complexion. I was reading recently that in Mississippi, a senator passed a bill wanted to close 3 colleges in Mississippi. And the 3 black colleges up on the chopping block. It's just so much that they're saying they're doing in the events of getting rid of waste. But it's been too soon for them to come up with numbers and where the waste is. Anybody who's ever worked in a business know first you have to do inventory check of what you got. And then you got to check the numbers. And then you got to see where the numbers not working and follow the money and see where the money went before you could say somebody's stealing or something is wasteful. And that doesn't happen in a day, even if you have a computer. It's not done in a day. But they're doing stuff in a matter of hours. And different departments is wasting department 1 is wasting department 2. We gonna cut 2,000 here, 1,000 there because it's waste. They not needed. No, you can't do it that fast. And
That's
how
right.
are you getting access to all of these places?
And a lot of it
Fast.
and a lot of it is happening so quickly, and under the cover, the veil of all the other drama that we are keeping up with. Who's paying attention to the health crisis? I mean, these quademics and pandemics and flus and the
Measles
hysteria
outbreaks.
yeah, and it's off the charts right now. But again, it's so much being thrown at us and at the wall all at once. Part of it is certainly a distraction, but I also think, again, going back to the planetary alignment, it's also just the cosmic timing. And there's, this, as you suggested, this Armageddon, this battle of good and evil, this shakeup of all systems, celebrity systems, political systems, religious organizations and systems, a shakeup from the top to the bottom. And we are being tested on what we are really made of, what we're really standing on, what we say we claim in terms of morals and philosophy and ethics, and certainly religion. This is the testing season, if you will, for us. So, yeah, I agree with you. Hafaz Harris thinks this transition is redefining the logic we had during the last age. This Aquarius transition is redefining even good and bad, as well as math and popularity. Oh, I absolutely agree. And whether you like TikTok or not, or whether TikTok stays or not, we cannot deny the effect TikTok now has had across the board, social media and people's demonstration individually, but also collectively, to create the new generation of Joy Reids and the new generation of Don Lemons and the new generation of YN Black Panthers. Our biggest enemy is apathy. Those of us of whatever age who've just gotten tired of being sick and tired, don't feel motivated to get up, or might have some valid reasoning for not wanting to get involved. And so our biggest enemy is apathy. Us who know better, not
speaking of the Black Panthers, here in like Columbus, Ohio, we've had these like men in like black mask and all black walking around with flags with swastikas downtown, just saying the N-word, and some of them have been unmasked in live videos they've done in their own band, but they went to Cincinnati next or Cleveland next, and they tried it, and the YN Black Panthers stopped them. But in Columbus, they were downtown, so we couldn't really do nothing. The cops were protecting them and everything, so they just had those flags down there, and then they're saying what they were saying, and that was it. And I was down there with the downtown security, and yeah, it was just too many of them.
Oh yeah, they coming out from under their rocks and out of their closets and everywhere now because they have their great white hope, who they think ushering in a new Jim Crow era
Mm-hmm.
in the form
And
of Donald
this
Trump.
happened. This happened like last month.
Yeah, I know. I know they coming out ever since Trump been elected. They coming out like the racist senators writing bills that would close 3 historical Black Mississippi universities. I mean, like going after the Hispanic population, the Mexicans, and those who they deem illegal aliens. Um, TikTok is vital to me in showing real time videos that people are filming and putting up, like this guy walking up to this guy saying, "Oh, are you with ICE?" And he say, "No." He said, "Well, how you get that shirt?" He said, "I got it offline." He got the whole ICE on. He say, "Oh, so you are kamikazing ICE?" He said, "Yeah, I just love to walk in a building and watch the Mexicans run." I mean, they doing that for fun, but they reporting this. And another thing, they reported that ICE was just going up in a Walmart, real ICE, trucks lined up outside, walking into a Walmart and getting the Hispanic people in Texas and California. And it's my understanding that Walmart is private property. So how could you just either go in there without a warrant unless you have permission? And I've been saying for years that Walmart is working with the government. That's why they
Yes,
have those
indeed.
big old parking lots.
Well, Walmart backwards is martial law. So yeah.
See, the minds of our young people, I would have never figured that out.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
martial law.
Yeah, he's
But
saying if you look at Walmart backwards, that's really what it is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's where the military gonna set up the tents and the trucks in Walmart's parking lot. Now we've seen stores as big as Walmart, and they didn't need a parking lot that huge. Any given day on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, you go in a Walmart, their entire parking lot is never filled, nowhere close to it. So why do you need all this parking space? That's so
So
that the government trucks.
they're treated like little police posts, outposts.
Yes,
You often will
you gone out, Prince. But yeah, it's a
post.
lot of stuff we got to watch more closely than we've been watching. I wasn't a big fan of TikTok, but TikTok is now being reporting the news that you could trust because it's being reported in real time by citizens using their phones.
And let's be clear, we're not seeing, egregious levels of violence because we're not out there. And particularly the Black women after the election decided they were not going to get involved. So we're not seeing a whole lot of, if it were Black Lives Matter, we'd see a problem. We'd see tanks in the street. We would see that aggressive pushback. So
Yeah, basically, we're not getting involved in it.
what greetings, beloved. Come on in. How you doing? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you,
Did
but
we lost Kim?
Kim went out again. She had something about the info for the closing of the HBCs in Mississippi.
Yeah, she'll try and come on back. So let's do this. Let's take a brief intermission, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Audio Jungle.
I am the Divine Prince, Tai Emeka, Pan-African spiritualist, practitioner, author, advisor, Elagoon Oloye Hoodoo Obeya Bokur. I reside in this beautiful and legendary, historic Treme, New Orleans, Louisiana. So join me as I share food, music, culture, tradition, the rhythms, and the flavor of New Orleans voodoo. Respect the voodoo. Welcome back, everyone. Kim is reconnected. Come on through, Kim P. Ford. How you doing tonight?
Reconnected. Hi, everybody. So glad to be here with y'all tonight. I'm not kidding you. And I just cannot get StreamYard to do right by me at all. And I just feel like all our continued issues with trying to get on this podcast, it's just so frustrating for me. But I'm so thankful to be here with y'all tonight. I tell you, no joke. And I'm loving the conversation as well, and it's so many things that's coming up. People are starting to do the work, y'all. Really, I'm seeing it coming across my desk. I see it. I even saw a post from Black Lives Matters coming back. So I don't know, because hard times call for it. The ancestors will not let these tragedies happen unchecked. So it's gonna come down. I know it's gonna happen. I see it. I see the work already going on. And I'm just so proud to be here, everybody. Hope everybody's okay, y'all.
Yes, great to have you here. I was a little under the weather. I'm still not 100%, but I'm here.
Oh yeah, baby, because you sounding good. I just went on to YouTube because I couldn't get on. And I just tried it again and it came on. So here I am, y'all, much as I can. But I am enjoying the conversation. And you sound good, my sister. It's good to hear your voice.
Sis. Thank you. It's good to hear you. Glad you're here. Hated I missed last night, but it's definitely a whole lot going on and a lot of stuff we need to be watching with our third eye, because they are throwing up a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
A lot of distractions.
Yeah.
And it's a whole lot going on.
The distractions, that's why in the Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar, he was saying peekaboo. That's the main thing he kept saying.
Yeah.
And what they talking about, they talking about nothing.
Yeah.
Let me say too, did you guys discuss that on February the 28th, which is Friday? The only commerce we're gonna do is with Black-owned businesses.
Yes. Well, we didn't say it like that, but we discussed the boycott of Walmart, Target, Lowe's and all of that. But we didn't get to the part. To me, I'm basically going to be in that day. I ain't spending a dime nowhere. And when I go tomorrow, I'm going to find a black store in the city, which gonna be kind of hard. Really.
Yeah. I went and made my little non-Walmart groceries today. And y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all don't make groceries. Everybody
I make groceries, girlfriend.
I make groceries too.
I make groceries. A lot of people don't know what that means.
That is, yeah, but
that means we go shopping.
Yeah, to the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
But I went and made my groceries today. So did. I ain't spending a dime. Not a dime. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, I'm on the wall. If you know, you know, as we say here in town. I'm ready for Mardi Gras morning. There's nothing that I need to go out last minute and get. In past years, I might have had to run out and grab the last little materials to get that Indian suit together. But as you can see, I'm ready.
You
I am
got your
on the
suit
wall.
ready?
Yes, ma'am. That's it. That green suit you're looking at right there. That
Oh,
Kelly
it's
Green, baby.
beautiful.
That Kelly
Oh,
Green, baby.
it's
So
beautiful.
I've done
What's
all the
the S?
shopping I'm going to
What's the
do.
S symbolizing? That's a
That is
snake.
actually Oso, OSO, Oso. And so when
Uh,
you look at Yoruba culture in particular, they have a power in nature, a phenomenon that we know as Iyami, the sacred and mysterious power of women.
uh,
Some
uh,
say it's so powerful they call it witchcraft, and it's passed
yeah.
down through our inheritance, ancestral inheritance, through our mothers, our great mothers. So women are believed to inhabit inhabit Iyami naturally, but men can also inherit Iyami from their great mothers, and when that happens, that cult is called Oso. OSO.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
medicine wheel is the first O. The serpent is actually representing my 12 years in black masking tradition.
Uh,
My walk through Congo Square, my walk through through the medicine, whether it
yeah.
be indigenous, aboriginal, or voodoo. And then that second medicine wheel is a bit Afro-futuristic, and it's kind of representing. I don't like the word aliens, but inhabitants from another world or another dimensional
I
space.
like it. I like it.
Travelers,
Again, say that again.
travelers,
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
intergalactic travelers.
Yes, yes,
It
yeah.
is beautiful. It is so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Ooh.
I certainly appreciate it. It's going to be hot, hot, hot.
I hear the weather's gonna be rainy Tuesday.
Well, that's what they said. It was going to be highs was going to be 70 and it was going to rain. But now they're saying that it's not going to rain at all Mardi Gras Day. If it does, it'll be,
That night.
midnight going into Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 80 degrees.
Ooh.
I got 2 layers of felt, heavy canvas,
Oh, baby.
the big patchwork, the feathers, the plumes, the ostrich, the duck. I am
Mm.
going to be warm Mardi Gras Day.
Well,
You're gonna be a
I
hot
just would
boy.
like to see you have. I need you to be able to have stops along the route where you can cool off and hydrate.
Oh, baby, I'm not leaving the block. All the action in that. If you know New Orleans and you know Mardi Gras Day, Carnival Day, all the action is happening on my block.
Okay,
In the
baby. That's right.
where the
I
6th and the
always
7th
had to
Ward
walk
meet.
there. Okay, I always had to walk there.
Yeah, because you can't drive, you can't
No,
park. If you don't get here in the
no.
wee hours of the morning, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
There'll be
yeah.
a bandstand right in the
You
middle of
need to
St.
be where you're
Philip.
going. You need to be
Yeah,
where you're going before midnight. You need to be where you're going. Or you be prepared. I walk. All my life I walked from the 7th Ward all the way uptown to St. Charles and then back home again because we
yeah,
didn't have a car,
yeah.
right?
There'll be a bandstand in the middle of St. Philip and North Robinson,
That's good.
right there, catty corner to Backstreet Museum and
Yes.
Superfast Square.
Super Fast
There'll be
Square.
there'll be barbecue grills and liquor vendors and
Oh, Esco,
and
you ain't gonna be able to get through there. I'm sure of
oh
it.
yeah.
On a
My
regular
job
day.
is to guard the gate, guard the door at Backstreet Museum on Mardi Gras morning, and to sort of keep the crowd at bay until the baby dolls come out at 11, and
Yeah.
then the new Fayaya comes out at
That's
noon.
gonna be with what are you what new fire?
Yeah,
What?
Victor Harris is retiring. He'll be
I know I got a
retiring.
picture of his retirement. I was at his retirement party.
Well, this is the official ceremony. He'll be retiring, and then he'll be passing the baton to his son, who will be
Okay.
coming out, Big Chief Fayaya. And so we'll all be at Backstreet. And
Oh,
of course,
shoot.
the
Well, you
Horn
know, I'm gonna be
Brothers
with
will
the
be
baby
there.
dolls. I'm supposed to be with the baby dolls too that day, so I'll see you then.
Well, if you can come, baby doll, for me.
I ain't no baby doll boy.
Honey,
I'm coming with I'm
if you
coming
got
with
some
baby
Kelly,
doll Jan. You remember we talking like we don't have
you
we
can
not
be
on
my
this
one of
live.
my baby dolls.
Well, thank
I got
you,
an umbrella
man.
already for you.
All right, all right.
If you got some Kelly Green,
Okay.
golden Kelly Green, come on with it.
All right. We'll do. We'll do.
Any
And I'm
food,
recording live that day too, so I can
yeah.
play it on my show. I would love that. Are you gonna do are you gonna do a tribute to the ancestors that day?
I will. I'll be there. My wild men will be there, and my counterpart, my Mascan Indian in crime, my blood brother, Big Chief Kevin Chevelle Turner, will also be there.
Okay.
So we're gonna burn the sage and pour the
So when y'all gonna do
libation.
that? About 11?
No, we'll be
What?
there between like 9 and 10.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna come and do that then. Well, my grandbaby is one of the doll babies with baby doll Jan in the Tremaine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of my baby doll groups.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, so cause they
And
coming over there.
along
She gonna be coming over there too. She making her debut with them this
with.
year. Uh-huh. She says she wants to be a squaw. She
Yes,
wanted to know
indeed.
she wanted to know if she could stop being a doll baby so she could go with the Mascan Indians and be a squaw.
It's been done before.
Well,
I've
yeah, a
masked
lot of baby
Indian.
dolls. A
I've
lot of baby
masked
dolls go
Indian.
back and forward. Yeah.
I've masked Indian. I've masked baby doll. I've
Mhm.
unofficially masked Skull and Bones unofficially.
Yeah.
So it's not that uncommon. There are other people in the
Right.
community that
That do it.
yeah,
Always.
that mask
Uh-huh.
more than one group. I've
Yeah.
done it in the same day.
Oh, look, I can't do that. Not at 5. I'm too old for that now. Not
Get
at
up in the
63.
dark
I'm not doing that.
with the Skull and Bones, and then by the time 8 o'clock, when that sun is coming up out there with the baby doll, and then about 9:30, I'm masking Indian.
But you know, for me, I'm usually so exhausted by Mardi Gras Day. I'm
Yes,
just
ma'am.
on autopilot. I don't. I'm just gonna be exhausted. But I want to go to. Everybody is gonna be at all of the folks are playing at the Lundi Gras festivities. Kermit is gonna be there. I won't go see the Pedettes.
Yes,
Uh,
I love the Peanettes, baby.
I do too. They're my
Them
girls. They
sisters
my
is
girl.
fire.
They get down. Yeah, they get down. So
For
I,
for a lot of our listeners who are not familiar with what these New Orleans people is talking about, you could Google, because we definitely don't have enough time, the New Orleans Baby Dolls, the Skull
mhm.
and Bone, the Back Street Museum, to get
Yeah.
better acquainted with the traditions. See, even Mardi Gras was segregated for
Oh yes,
years.
Lord.
Black people could not participate in it, but we had our own in our neighborhoods, and it wasn't called Mardi Gras. It was that's a Mardi Gras Indian.
Yeah.
That was the Divine Prince, correct?
Yeah, that was my Black Hawk voodoo suit that went.
Yes, I remember that suit. But we have a lot of traditions. Um, you could Google the information to catch up on what we're talking about. We have a lot of events and was segregated, and that's how the most famous parade. They could say Rex is king, but Zulu rules. The Zulu parade came out of making fun of the white people having their Mardi Gras. And it has grown and grown and grown. But all of these things are rooted in the Black communities. The baby dolls, the skull and bones, the black
Alaskan
masking
Indians.
Indians,
And
when
second
we
line culture.
and the second line culture. All of
Yeah.
that was in our Black communities, separate from what the Caucasian persuasion was up to. Um, and then they saw how much fun we were having. So they were creeping into our neighborhoods to
And
join
trying to
in with
copy the
us.
same thing. Now they trying to copy the same thing that we do, But we
Yes.
never go down on we just when I was a young woman, then yeah, I used to go on Bourbon Street and yeah, I used to go out there and get drink and all that kind of stuff. But as I grew older, now that I have children and grandchildren, we on the route and it's a very family oriented event. Mardi Gras is. It was because the children play so hard for Mardi Gras. They be out there fighting for that stuff more than anybody. But Mardi Gras Day and Zulu Bees ain't no place for no babies.
That's right. That's right.
um,
And to be quite honest, culturally, being up close with a Mardi Gras Indian on Mardi Gras Day was not necessarily a safe activity for children.
No, it
oh
was
no,
not until Tootie Montana changed all of that.
yeah, back in
Mhm.
the day, they actually did fight and
They
harm each
actually
other
did fight.
when the
They
different
actually
tribes would meet up.
used those weapons that was on those suits. Oh,
Yes,
yes, they did. Because
yes,
masked Indian suits have weapons. They use real weapons to make them.
yes.
I still
Oh,
carry
it
a
was
weapon.
so much fun. I love my city though. I love my culture.
I
Boy,
carry a
never goes out
tomahawk.
to.
I carry a peace pipe, a tomahawk, a war club.
I do too. I carry a Tommy Hawk too. I keep a Tommy Hawk right now.
Yes, indeed.
Every day. Every day.
And my
Every
tomahawk
day.
is a peace pipe. So do you want peace or do you want war?
Either one, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I love Mardi Gras. I love my culture. Whew, it's so rich.
The
It's
culture
so
is
rich.
wonderful. It means so much to us. It's rooted in spirituality.
Yeah.
It's rooted in spirituality.
It's rooted
Um,
in family. You know.
except for your baby dolls.
Girl, I be them baby dolls. And now the baby dolls are so much nicer than they used to be, girl. Because them
Well, the
baby
baby dolls
dolls.
originated from the prostitutes.
Well, they said that well, I'll let them talk about that. I ain't even get going into that.
That was the crib wars. That was the crib wars. My
Yeah.
mama used to tell me a man better not be standing next to his wife when the baby doll passed in her lingerie. He would get hit and people would turn their face, cover the children's eyes. It was a
Yeah.
crib
They did the
war.
same thing with the Mexican Indians too. They used to cover our eyes up, couldn't look at them. Skull and bones too.
Well, yeah, the skull and bones men, they were supposed
Ooh,
to
they were
scare children.
yeah, children were terrified. They were
That's what
terrified.
they came out to make
We
the children behave.
and look, we wouldn't even go near the door. We wouldn't go anywhere near that. Right? We was
And what about when your parents was dragging you out to them?
No,
The
we didn't
fight?
do that, girl.
No,
We didn't
oh,
do
they
that.
had parents that did that. They had
They
parents that
did.
did that.
They had parents who did that. Yes, they did.
Yeah, they
Especially
had
them little
parents
bad
who did that
boys.
with them bad children.
Yeah, them children who they said was bad. Shoot.
But all of that culture had went away for
Yeah,
years
yeah.
until after Katrina, they brought
After
it back.
Katrina, we after Katrina, because we never realized that those things. And me personally, I took that for so much granted that I
Hmm.
would always be able to go and hear live music. I was like, after Katrina, I just could not. adjust to having to pay so much money to go and hear mediocre music. Oh my God. Oh, I couldn't take it. And every Thursday night that I wanted to, I could go to Vaughn's and watch Kermit Ruffins get down with the get down every Thursday night. And I took that for granted, Joe. I did. And it made me feel a lot different about a lot of things after Katrina.
Like they say, you never miss your water till the well run
Well, run
dry.
dry. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so much of the community is now displaced. Culture
Yeah,
bearers can't afford to live in the neighborhoods where
that's
they
right.
actually participated in the culture.
And our leadership would rather pay imitation than give our culture bearers a fair wage for their contributions, Ooh, I see that.
But
Ooh,
I
check
thought
it
they
out.
just corrected that. I thought they just corrected that anybody the city hires from the culture bearers was
No, they
supposed
don't. No, they don't.
to be
They're
getting,
supposed to.
yeah, at the end of last year. They made a resolution that the culture bearers had to get paid X amount of dollars now. The
Well,
ones
I
that
haven't seen that. I have not seen that.
well,
I
have
know it
you
hasn't
been
happened for
hired?
the baby dolls.
Have they
I
been
know it
hired by
hasn't
the
happened.
city?
And the thing about it too is that with the city of New Orleans, it's always about a click. Ooh, I said that, huh?
Yeah, well, that's the truth. Basically, even in
You hear me,
the
friends?
spiritual, even
You
in
hear me?
spiritual circles, it's about a clique. I mean,
Yeah,
people always group off. We call it cliques. I call them tribes. I don't get along with all tribes. People
yeah,
form these tribes. The city got their tribe, and I don't like their tribe.
yeah,
A clique, we call it clique now, but there's so many of them in it, they're a tribe. They
yeah,
eat together, they do everything but sleep in the
yeah,
same bed, and some of them might do that too.
yeah.
They work
Oh, no.
together, they
Okay.
eat
Yeah,
together, they party together. So
yeah.
to me, they're a tribe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And I don't
mm-hmm.
mess with that tribe. But if a culture bearer, such as the guys that work at Armstrong Airport, the jazz musicians, and
Yeah,
anybody that's hired by the city to do an event, they supposed to get a good wage. They had a newspaper article that broke it down, the price amount that they were
but
supposed
that's
to
not
get.
what's happening because every time I go through Armstrong Airport and I see white bands there, and I don't see our real musicians there, our musicians, because our children, we know our children from playing instruments long before they grow up and become adults because they're out there playing as little kids. So
Yeah,
I know the musicians in my community. You can't just tell me I know them.
yeah.
But I tell you this too, Prince. I'm listening to you talk about you just gonna be a block from Molly Friday. But Tuba Fats would have been on Tuba Fat Square. Yeah, he would have been there. That was my dude. I actually knew Tuba Fats. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a real good dude. He really was a good dude, man. He was the great guy. We used to hang out at Donna's Boy and Grill. Donna's was the brass band headquarters, right? And
Mm-hmm.
every now and again, at least once a week, once or twice a week, Tuba would stop through there. And boy, we would have so much fun over there. Oh my goodness gracious. Who knew that was gonna be the good old days?
Yeah.
And not
Tuba,
too long ago.
Tuba was there. always, I think it was every Friday, Bull and the Wild Magnolias was there. It was Thursday or Friday, but they would always be there, boy, and just cut. Oh my goodness. Just cut up. It was so much fun. And now look, Adonis is out of business.
Yeah, almost all our clubs that we
All our
had that
clubs.
kept
Yeah.
the culture is
Yeah.
out of business. Kermit
Because
Ruffin,
we would have been in Donald's was right across the street from Congo Square.
yeah, Kermit Ruffin closing the mother-in-law club. I mean, everything is gone.
Kermit closing the mother-in-law lounge.
Uh-huh. It was in the paper a couple of weeks ago.
What is he gonna do?
Well, he gonna do gigs. I mean, he not gonna be short on money. I mean, he gonna get hired out, but I mean, people won't be able to go there and discover our culture, share the culture, and have fun within our culture. I
I
mean,
know, because that's my spot.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
my
yeah.
spot right there.
so
When
it
is he gonna do? He's gonna do something before he closes. He gonna have some
well,
type of
you can look it up in the Advocate or Google it. Just Google it. I
yeah.
love Google. Google give you all the news
I
articles.
do too. I do too. But sometimes it be so jaded. That's what I think is gonna start to happen. After a while they're gonna make it so we can't trust them.
Well, I always go to our local newspaper and our news channels.
Well, they lying to you too. Now. I don't trust
Yeah,
them at
well,
all. I know one time Channel 6 had me won't get out there on that neutral ground in front of them with some signs.
Yes,
I know,
indeed.
huh?
Yeah, especially how they do their politics.
But and like I say, everybody in the tribe, everybody in the tribe. But we gotta
Yeah.
pay close attention to the celestial lineup, the celestial parade, while we enjoying our parades and look around the world and see what occurs in the form of disasters such as earthquakes, storms.
Volcanoes. Yeah.
Yes, and
These
see how that
fires.
affects. I know it's going to
These
affect the
fires.
tides. I know it's going to affect the tides. The
Yeah.
water is definitely going to affect the
The
water.
water. And my grandmother used to say that the world was going to end by fire and that the fire was going to take over eventually. But I'm like, boo, all this water we got all around the earth is mostly water.
But did you see in Katrina, the fire was on top of the water?
I did see that, girl. Look,
Well, nah,
felt some type of way, y'all.
nah.
And look how them fires burning out there all in California, where they always did have some kind of fire that was in the deserts or something like that. But how
The
these communities
forest,
now?
the
Mm,
forest, the
yeah,
forestry,
yeah,
the
all that
forestry.
stuff. Yeah,
Ain't no
fire.
telling what's up in some of them hills in California where man
Yeah,
has not went to venture.
yeah,
So all the animals coming down into people yards, they seeing
yeah.
bears and all these animals in the streets and stuff. It's
Hmm.
no telling what is gonna run out of there. We might finally see Bigfoot.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, my mama used to always say, "It's more unseen than seen."
yeah, yeah,
It's
Martinez.
more unseen than seen by the
Yes.
naked eye. You have to watch some stuff by the third eye.
yeah. Do y'all know Rodnika? She named her baby Yami. Do you know her,
No, I'm not
Prince?
familiar.
She
No, I'm
got a
not familiar.
daughter named Yami. Yeah,
Yes, indeed. Well,
sure
listen, I
is.
look forward to sitting with you all again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We've completed our hour. I'm certainly grateful for the co-hosts, Maceo, Kim P. Ford, and Sister Val Martinez. I'm grateful for the consistent participants and listenership that we've been receiving on our new formulated podcast. And we certainly want to continue to invite you to be involved in New Orleans National Voodoo Day. Visit us at www.vodouday.org, voodooday.org. Again, that's capital VODOUDAY.org. And of course, the most important letter is the U, which represents YOU. And we certainly couldn't continue to move this great historic event forward without your assistance, your support, and your participation. So I'm wishing you all peace and love, honor and respect, joy and prosperity until tomorrow night. Remembering that all is truly and indeed a blessing if you can just see beyond the veils, for it is all just an illusion and a test and one of the greatest divine mysteries of this life cycle. Odabo, peace and love all. Good night.
Good night. Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
good night.
All the listeners, peace and blessings.
Thank you for seeing me right away. I've heard about you since I was a child.
Marie Laveau was born in the 1800s, and she was very unique in terms of being a free woman of color during that time. She came up with the Voodoo culture that was coming from Haiti, and she became a very strong woman of influence.
Marie Laveau's legacy has become so large that it's easy to think of New Orleans Voodoo as about her.
She was a hairdresser to wealthy women, and that was part of her power.
They open out, they feel at ease and comfortable, and you're combing those secrets out.
Allegedly, she gained knowledge of all the gossip of the wealthy women and then would informally blackmail them.
She done mess with the wrong witch.
She termed that she only did, good gree-gree. But in our story, we take a departure from that. I show up at the home of this, very established woman.
7.
Whose desire is remaining youthful and attractive.
I know. Oh, God.
Marie Laveau had both black and white people that came to her seeking cures and help in a more informal way.
The character of Cordelia, who's Fiona's daughter, has arrived, in my part of town, in Marie's part of town, and she's having issues with fertility. She's been trying to have a baby with her husband for years and years and years, and she's desperate, and she comes to me.
I'm from...
Darling, I know who you are.
She can't conceive, so she asked her to do this fertility ritual. And it involves semen in a jar being passed around and thrown in fire. A goat has its throat cut, and Marie Laveau eats a pepper and goes into a trance, and it's very action-packed and exciting. Action! I worked with Angela Bassett creating what she was doing within that space. And Angela has amazing instincts. It just sort of created itself.
Well, when the producers approached me about putting together a cast of people that could do a voodoo ritual, our unit producer said, I don't want any fake people, I want real people. And inside I just smiled because all I had to do was go to my community. The style of dancing tonight has African and Haitian traditional steps that you will see. It is a mixture. Everything is a mixture. The symbols, the music. If you say Marie Laveau's name, some people might say that she's evil, and some people might say that she's good, but everybody will agree that she was very powerful.
Tourists come to the city, visit her grave. There's still this excitement and this memory of her that still lives on today.
Either you're with me or against me. And if it's the latter, you best stay out of my way.
At the beginning of this, maybe I was more skeptical. As the days have gone on, I'm not sure what I think anymore.
I felt that maybe it wouldn't affect me if I personally didn't believe in it. So, knowing what you know now, would you still get cursed?
I'm seeking out a curse, a hex to put on myself.
A curse could end your life. You're literally begging the devil to knock on your door just to prove to you that God's real.
He could curse you with stupidity, but we think you got that down.
Despite the warnings, I'm investigating the real-world effects of dark magic.
Looks like you have a lot of love and a lot of opportunity. You are going to cause damage to that.
How do you feel after doing this?
Evil.
That must be quite seductive.
That's the power you're calling on. The devil, right? Quite seductive.
I'm going to enter into a pact with Satan.
Señor Satán, Lucifer, presentamos a este hermano. Con tu fuego purifica.
Mayong is pretty much the epicenter of all black magic. People are very scared to even talk about it.
Y'all better not call me at 2 o'clock in the morning talking about this man is dead. I don't want to hear that.
I have this physical feeling that something bad is coming. What have I done?
You're going to have to find faith in this in order to undo it.